Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Today I'm updating a story I covered a few times from earlier this year related to the UK government's demand for a backdoor into Apple's iCloud. Let's get into it. Alright, so this is a positive update to a story that I covered back in February. You may remember that a secret technical capability notice was issued by the UK government to Apple demanding that they build a backdoor in order to access Apple users' iCloud documents. Well, this leaked at the time and there was a small uproar over it. Apple challenged this demand in the Investigatory Powers Tribunal. I'm not sure what that is, but Apple also removed some encryption features altogether from its iCloud service, and surprisingly made a pretty strong statement at the time that they have, quote, never built a backdoor or master key to any of our products and never will, unquote. That doesn't sound like your usual corporate watered-down PR. And at the time, the very new Trump administration was not pleased to hear about this, and Trump himself commented on it. Here's a clip from my podcast.
The problem is that he runs, and your vice president obviously eloquently pointed this out in Munich, he runs a nation now that is, removing the security elements on Apple phones so that they can,
we told them you can't do that.
Yeah, Tulsi, I saw.
We actually told them.
Yes.
That's incredible. Yeah. That's something, that you hear about with China.
And the topic of backdoors even came up in the Senate confirmation hearing for Tulsi Gabbard. Here's a clip.
While you were in Congress, you introduced legislation prohibiting the government from mandating that Americans' phones or apps include mechanisms to allow the government to bypass encryption or other privacy technology. In your written responses to the committee questions, you reconfirmed your opposition to these mandates. Is that still your position?
Yes, these backdoors lead down a dangerous path that can undermine Americans' Fourth Amendment rights and civil liberties.
You are being very helpful by moving so quickly.
So it seems pretty clear that the American government was opposed to this pretty strongly, and now it seems that the UK government is thinking about backing down. Here's a new story from the Financial Times reporting that the Keir Starmer government is seeking a way out of this clash, and reporting unnamed quotes from inside the government saying, quote, the Home Office is basically going to have to back down, unquote. And it's a problem of the Home Office's own making, and they're working on a way around it now. So I think this is good news. I'm not in favor of any government in the world having backdoor access like this, and I would imagine a lot of people would agree with that. I will say I could understand if British citizens are a bit annoyed at being coerced by the American government, but in this case, my view is that this is a win for the British people, so perhaps they'll get over it. But if you want to discuss it, the comment section is there for you, but I wanted to share this positive news on a story I've covered earlier this year. So as always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.